everyone. I am Princess M. Bernardino. Today, I'll discuss about Introduction to Conceptual Framework of the Hotel General Manager's job. So first, what is General Manager? General Managers are tasked with overseeing daily business activities, improving overall business functions, training heads of departments, managing budgets, developing strategic plans, and creating policies and communicating business goals. In most companies, someone who has attained the title of General Manager or something similar heads the organization. Most us in the hotel field consider this job the aim of one's career. In many hotel companies, the job serves as the springboard to corporate jobs or larger and more prestigious properties in previous. The most important of managerial roles ranked by the general manager first in descending importance is leader, entrepreneur, monitor and disseminator, figurehead, license, spokesman, disturbance handler, resource allocator, and negotiation. General managers are tasked with overseeing daily business activities, improving overall business functions, training heads of departments, managing budgets, developing strategic plans, and creating policies and communicating business goals. Figurehead. Figurehead is symbolic head of the organization required to perform certain legal activities and attend to social activities. Leader. Leader is responsible for staffing, training, direction, and motivation of subordinates. Liaison. Liaison develops a network outside the organization to gather information. Monitor. Monitor seeks and analyzes a wide variety of outside information from license role and inside information from leader role. Disseminator. Disseminator transmit information received both from outside and inside the organization to other members of the organization. Spokesperson. Spokesperson transmit information about the organization outsiders. Disturbance handler. Disturbance handler takes corrective action whenever organization faces unexpected, non-routine disturbances. Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur looks for ways to change the organization for the better. Seeks information externally and internally for improvement idea. Resource allocator. Resource allocator, a manager allocates to his subordinate in his time, as a resources managers are responsible for locating human, physical, and monetary resources. Negotiator. The manager represents the organization in bargaining and negotiations with outsiders and insiders.
Whether on vacation or traveling for business, hotel guests depend on the ability of lodging managers to ensure they have a pleasant stay. Lodging managers have a lot to do, such as inspecting guest rooms and public areas, training staff, and taking care of bookkeeping. When a plumbing disaster occurs or bad weather causes cancellations, these managers keep lodging operations running. There are different types of lodging managers. General managers oversee the work of several department managers. Revenue managers focus on managing finances, including room sales and reservations, while front office managers coordinate reservations and direct front desk staff. Convention service managers represent all hotel services from accommodations and catering to providing screens and projectors for groups organizing conferences, meetings, and special events. Managers may be on call 24/7 and may have to work evenings, weekends, or holidays. They work at lodgings ranging from hotels with 1,000 guests to exclusive resorts to intimate bed and breakfasts, remote country inns, urban youth hostels, and casual camps. Some lodging managers live on site. Many applicants qualify with a high school diploma and several years hotel work experience, but most large hotels expect applicants to have a bachelor's degree in hospitality or hotel management. Hotels with fewer services accept applications with an associate's degree or certificate in hotel management or operations.
A central aspect of career development among general manager is explored by Rutherford and Bingsley in 1985, which looked for the first time at the role of mentoring as could be measured to affect success and satisfaction of modern hotel general manager career, also the demographic salary. Major hotels of today were diverse, multifaceted, and fast-paced businesses engaged in a wide variety of operational activities. Their organizational and operational complexity increased with size. A hotel, in its perspective of whether it is an independent or part of a chain, can be managed as a separate independent business entity. The two major contextual elements of the general manager's job that affect the specific job functions and the generic managerial work roles, job demands, and relationship issues. This depending on whether they relate to the short run, the intermediate run, or the long time frame, give certain specific job functions. The short run. The short run demands on hotel general managers revolve around the daily, ongoing operational issues of providing high-quality guest service, controlling costs, and maximizing revenues. Short run. Day-to-day operational intense and frequent control of service, costs, and downward internal verbal revenues, intense pressure communication, and to earn profits with rather interaction. Intermediate run. Train and development downward internal subordinate. Long run. Capital expenditure decisions in line with hotel strategic service vision. Develop and sustain organizational stability and vitality.
You may want to learn the main duty and responsibility of hotel general managers. The main hotel GM responsibility is simply to make the business profitable, including to serve the needs of the business, the hotel guests and team members by leading the achievement of the financial, strategic, and operational goals and targets of the company. The hotel general manager responsible for business operations in accordance with standards expected by company, responsible for the structure of human resource, properties assets handed over by the company in accordance with given power of attorney. The GM also should ensure that all guest services are in place at the highest possible standard in order to achieve minimum guest satisfaction as per company expected. GM also ensures all related departments prepare the annual, sales marketing plan, manning budget, FB calendar, training plan, preventive maintenance plan, capital budget and operational budget, and annual budgets and plans are achieved. Lead the operation team to develop and implement training and quality initiatives to ensure that the hotel's business goals are achieved, and to coordinate and liaise with sales marketing team, going on sales calls, regarding any site inspections for tour operators, travel agents, journalists and VIP. The hotel GM is playing an important role to create, organize and generate revenue from activities and to direct, coach, track and counsel the team so as to achieve the set objectives in terms of upselling targets and leads generated to the business development. To supervise liaison with all departments regarding site inspections, fam trips, journalist, VIP and others, including liaising with department heads in order to ensure consistent interdepartmental cooperation and to accept responsibility for, and to show initiative in decision-making when handling guests' complaint, in order to achieve maximum guest satisfaction. Usually the GM will chair daily operations meeting, weekly HOD meeting, weekly AR meeting, attend sales meeting in the head office and any other meetings requested by the management, and direct the sales marketing team to develop recognition programs, advertising and promotional campaigns to obtain greatest market awareness and patronage. The GM will be actively coordinating with hospitality sales to build and develop strategy for sales and marketing plan in domestic and international market, and update the latest trends and developments in the industry and design, implement and develop SOP, PP, corporate identities for the brand of hotel as BOD's direction. Making the yearly and quarterly operation plan and submitting to the BOD for approval, and implementing the approved plan is one of the important parts of job description, and it is also part of responsibility for the security and safety of guests and employees, and ensures emergency procedures are established, well publicized, practiced and enforced. Responsible for designing the budget, revenue and profit plan of the hotel to submit to BOD for approval. In addition, always try one's best to achieve those targets and goals. Being responsible for managing the use of provided hotel's assets properly. Controlling the procedure of asset use, protection and maintenance is regulated as kind of a very important job of a hotel general manager.
Two important long-run demands of a general manager's job relate to the capital and its the organization stability of the hotel. Capital expenditure decisions are required in order to ensure the long-run viability of the hotel, and they therefore must be consistent with the hotel's strategic service mission. The other important long-run demand on general manager is the need to develop a degree organizational stability and vitality that is tuned with the hotel's carefully and clearly defined strategic service mission. The key relationship issues for long-run capital expenditure decisions are communication upward with corporate executive or owners. Manager work roles as operational controller. The general manager work or operational controller is characterized by high degree of involvement in the daily operations of the hotel. Because the activities of a hotel are both numerous and diverse, general managers must be constantly monitoring and disseminating detailed information pertaining to daily operational matters. Manager work roles as organizational developer. The manager work roles of general managers as organizational developers extend beyond the immediate confines of the hotel. General managers must monitor information about both the community and the competitive environment, and this requires them to become a liaison between the hotel and the outside world. Manager work roles as a business maintainer. The final job function of business maintainer requires to the general manager to see the long-run capital requirements and organizational stability and vitality of the hotel in seeking capital and planning a strategy for organizational stability and vitality. The general manager's work roles of a licensed monitor and disseminator of external and internal information. Three important conclusions about the general manager's job can be drawn from this analysis. Number 1. By their nature, major hotels of today provide general managers with a variety of challenges that require careful attention be paid to short-run, intermediate-run, and long-run time frame issues. Number 2. To be effective at all three job functions requires that general managers perform a large variety of managerial work roles. Number 3. The importance of communications in the hotel general manager's job becomes apparent from this analysis. Every job functions and every managerial work role carries with its communications requirement.
It's what I always wanted to do. It's what I always knew that I wanted to get into. and I suppose it's something that I know to some degree that I'll always be doing. My parents had small business. They had an ice cream parlour, and so from the age of 12 I was working in there. I actually got into a position when I left high school that I wanted to do something very different. Realised it wasn't what I was good at. What I was good at was what I'd been doing since I was 12 years old, was talking to people, was interacting with people, and I suppose just genuinely caring about what those people did and how I could make them happier. So I started from high school into a specialist course. It was a hotel management course, and ended up leaving uni 3 years later with a degree of hotel management, of commerce, specialising in hotel management. Really from there I decided I might travel a little bit. So I went across to Singapore. I was lucky enough to get an internship or a management traineeship into a Singapore deluxe property. I loved it, and it was the first sort of little bit of deluxe experience that I'd had before. I was lucky enough to then go on to London, and that was really where I got most of my experience in hotels. Started off in front desk, in rooms department. I was a night manager for a couple of years in one of the deluxe hotels over there. So it was an Ian Schrager hotel that I was working for. Celebrity led, you'd have Madonna checking in one day, Paul McCartney the next. For the first time in my life I felt cool. It was really quite interesting being among this set of people. Armani designed my uniforms. It was a really cool place to work. I was there for 5 years and ended up becoming a junior manager, and then what's called a front office manager, which is a mid-range management position, and thought the world of it. When the credit crunch hit in 2000.
This is just a little introduction of what a general manager has to do to get his job. The main job description is that he can increase management effectiveness by recruiting, selecting, orienting, training, and coaching, also counseling and disciplining managers. He also establish communicating the values for the corporate, some strategies and objectives. His main duties are developing strategic plans by studying technological and financial opportunities, presenting and recommending objectives. He also coordinates efforts by establishing protocols for production, marketing, and technical services, policies and practices. Also coordinates the actions between the workers and the rest of the members of the corporate staff. He maintains the professional and technical knowledge by attending workshops and courses through the years. He also contributes to team effort by accomplishing the marked objectives. The most basic skills a general manager needs are performance management, staffing, management proficiency, and planning and strategy process improvement. He also takes decisions making, strategic planning, and quality management.
For me, it's not easy to become a general manager because there is too many responsibilities like time management, managing employee, conflicts, disciplining subordinates, and how you can make hotel good.